Bichara Supply Chain, highlighting and showcasing solutions for the most complex challenges facing the industry in 21st century by our team of subject matter experts and mentors. Broadcasting every week, all year round, we will present the most up-to-date series of podcasts and webinars.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Bichara Supply Chain. This is Nur Hadi House. I'm speaking now with Nyoman Pujawan. He is a professor in supply chain engineering from Institut Teknologi 10 November, Surabaya, Indonesia. And he is also a president for Indonesian Supply Chain and Logistics Institute. Thanks for joining us, Professor Nyoman, and welcome to Bichara Supply Chain.
Thank you.
So today's topic is developing successful supply chains. But before we get in, can you please brief a bit about yourself? And I also learned that you were promoted to be a full professor in very relatively young at the time, and the first in this country of Indonesia for supply chains engineering field. So what made you fall in love in supply chains, Professor?
Okay, thank you, Pak Nur Hadi, for having me in Bichara Supply Chain. This is, I think, a very good forum for everyone to learn about supply chain management. Well, I'm currently professor in supply chain engineering in one of the biggest and best universities in Indonesia called Institut Teknologi 10 November. I have been faculty members for more than 20 years in this institution.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, I started my career as a lecturer. Actually, was initiated by 1 year working in industry. And when I was back to the university, I was having a conversation with my colleague, with my senior. And at that time, I remember one of the messages was that when an industry now is trying to improve competitiveness, it's no longer you can focus only on the internal side of manufacturing or production system, but you should also go beyond that, looking at how products are actually distributed to the end customer, or looking at how you obtain materials from your suppliers. So basically, you need to look at inter-organizational relationship. So that was actually the first time I got interested in logistics. At that time, the term was logistics, where actually we improved our organization competitiveness not only by looking at or doing improvement in our internal organization. And then I had an opportunity to continue my study for master degree in Asian Institute of Technology in Thailand, and then further on my PhD in the United Kingdom at Lancaster University. And when I did my master degree in 1996, that was actually quite early age of the development of supply chain management. So when I went to the library, I saw a couple of journal articles about supply chain management, and I picked a couple of them and I read, and I got very much interested in supply chain management at that time. So I did a review of the papers published in supply chain management, and I decided to continue my PhD research in the area of supply chain management, and I do consistently until now.
Yeah.
So I was promoted at a quite young age as a full professor. I think because I contributed quite significantly on the research works at the beginning, so that was actually giving quite significant credits if somebody was actually proposing proposing to be promoted to a full professor at that time. So that was a little bit about myself, Pak Nur Hadi.
Interesting. All right, so back to our topic today. How do you see current trends in supply chain, specifically Indonesia and the regions? What are the challenges and opportunities we have now, Professor?
right. So if we talk about Indonesia, I think the development has been quite interesting. So I follow this development since quite early stage, in around 2000. And I think at that time, the term supply chain was not very much known by people in Indonesia, both in academic as well as in industry. But I think started around 2005, 2006, I think the awareness about supply chain management grows very significantly. Right. And if we look now, I think most companies have a function called supply chain management, have position related to supply chain management, could be supply chain managers, supply chain senior managers, supply chain directors. That is if we are looking what is happening in industry. Also, if we look at in the education sector, I think there is also a very encouraging and very promising development about supply chain management. It's not only now we see subjects about supply chain or logistics taught in the university, but also there are a couple of study programs, or even some universities in Indonesia now actually focus on supply chain management. And lastly, I think there is also a catch up from the government side. So I think basically every stakeholder is now aware about the importance of logistics and supply chain management in Indonesia and also in some other countries around Southeast Asia. I think the development is more or less quite the same.
And what do you believe to be a key success factor in developing good or successful supply chain in terms of the business, in terms of government, and also education perspective?
Well, I think it may not be the same if we talk about government, education, and industry. But I would like to highlight my viewpoint from the industry perspective, from companies. As I think supply chain management is very much related to a competitive advantage of industries. I think one which is very important is the awareness of top management on the importance of supply chain management. Because once this awareness is there, I think the next step would be much easier. That's number one. Secondly, it's about talents. I think those organizations who would like to use supply chain management as a competitive advantage need to invest in people, need to train their people, need to recruit the best people and put those best people in supply chain management area. Because let's say I'm giving one example. If you talk about demand forecasting, if you don't put your best talent in demand forecasting, I think everything else will be affected. Will be affected. So once you put the right people here, I think this will help a lot in any stage within the supply chain and even within the whole enterprise, so that the bottom line will be much improved if you do it right at the early stage or at the stage in the front stage of the supply chain.
And what advice can you offer to filling a gap, between educational institution and industry related to the supply chain itself?
Well, I think we heard about these gaps many times, everywhere. So people are saying that graduates from university actually not possessing enough skills to take jobs in the job market, for example. So I think this is an important concern that we need to address. So one way that I would like to suggest is to take these 2 or 3 stakeholders closer. One is educational sector, secondly industry people, and probably the third one would be either the government or industry association should also work together. So in developing the curriculum, for example, it is very important to engage industry people in setting what education should be, to make sure that what we are teaching at the university, for example, actually meet the requirements or the demand for the industry. And also during the education process itself, I think it is also important to invite people from industry to also sometimes teaching in the class, so giving a practical perspective to students. So I think this kind of interaction need to be more intensively done, especially here in Indonesia and probably also in the region, like in some other countries. I think the pattern is more or less quite the same.
Before we close today's conversation, Prof. Newman, do you have any key takeaway from today's talk?
All right. I think what is important, I think, is that one is for industry people to value education. So that's very important. So those of you who work already for some time in industry, you need to go back, look at what is the development in the education. So you follow the knowledge. On the other hand, for people who are teaching in universities, for example, need to know what is going on in industry. So understanding the need between demand and supply need to be better, and to make these two different stakeholders work together closer. I think that's my viewpoint.
Right, interesting. So thanks again for today's talk, Professor Newman. I look forward to speaking with you at another time. See you and goodbye.
Thank you very much. Goodbye, everyone.
At Bichara Supply Chain, we are committed to driving global perspective to embrace technological adaptation in improving process efficiencies. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share Bichara Supply Chain. And stay tuned for the latest updates. To learn more, visit our website www.bicharasupplychain.com. Thank you for listening to us. We look forward to seeing you at our next episode.